I've just been eating one of those Christmas tubes full of jelly tots that you get in your Christmas stocking, and I dropped one on the floor, and in an effort to try and reach it, I just cracked my head so hard on my desk that I think I might have concussion. So if I talk more nonsense in this video than even more than I normally do, please alert a medical professional. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Well, it's a miracle. The impossible has happened. We've been blessed. We all thought this day would never come. But here I am with another bullet journal video. It's been a little while. I mean, 6 months maybe. Life just got in the way a little bit. There was a lot going on through the second half of 2018, and finding the time to sit down just for myself, to sit down and draw and create, was bottom of the list, which is probably why I feel more insane than ever. But I've come to realise that when I don't have a bullet journal to rely on and to turn to, I lose it. I fully can't handle my own stress. So I kind of can't quite believe that 2019 is a thing. I swear it was 2005, like 5 minutes ago, but here it is. I've spent the last couple of days putting together my January bullet journal layout for 2019, and I'm ready to show you it. And I've really enjoyed finding the time to do this again, and it's reminded me how good it is for me. And because it is so special to me and I rely on it so much and I put so much of my heart and soul and time and focus into it, I wanted to make it a little bit more special as well. So I've combined my own drawing and my own writing with one of my other favourite little creative hobbies, and that is my Instax Mini 9. I've had this one for quite a long time now. This thing has travelled all over the world with me, come on many a night out, and generally just shared some of my most special moments. It's been there with me through it all. And the photos that I've got from my Instax camera are honestly some of the most special photos that I have. I've grabbed a couple of my favourite little snapshots just to show you, but the Instax pictures come out on proper film like this, and they have the coolest little retro vibe to them. The quality of them is absolutely beautiful. I love the colours that come out in them, and I've been wanting to do something special with them for a long time, so I've decided to incorporate them into my 2019 bullet journal, to almost turn my bullet journal into a little bit of a scrapbook for next year as well. A lot of people set themselves resolutions in the new year to take more photos, but rather than just sort of taking them on your phone, spending a lot of time staring at a screen, over filtering them, editing them, I think it's so much more special and unique and heartfelt to get the picture there and then in the moment. Every photo that comes out with my Instax Mini 9 is authentic and real, and you just watch it develop in front of you, and it's so cool and magical. And I'm really excited to show you my new layout. I think it's my favourite ever. Whoa. Spent a long time putting this together. It was good for my soul, and I'm really happy with the result. So if you do enjoy this video, then please do give it a little thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new. And without further ado, let's get stuck in. Bring on January. Okay, so here we are again, back on my office floor. The irony of this video being all about being organised and sticking to a schedule, and I'm literally sat on the floor in my pyjamas. I ummed and ahed a little bit to start with about what I wanted the theme for January to be, but I decided to be a big old stereotype and stick with a nice cosy winter frozen kind of theme. Don't worry, there is absolutely no sight of Elsa. After taking a little break from doing this kind of thing for a while, I realised how much I just really miss sitting and doodling and drawing and making cute things appear on the paper in front of me. Got a cosy hot chocolate complete with marshmallows on top, some cute little knitwear which I actually wish existed. The snowflakes are kind of the reoccurring theme for this spread, because they're just one of those things where no matter how messy and slightly crap everything else is, if you just draw a load of snowflakes, everything looks great and really pretty. One thing that I did always struggle a little bit with though was trying not to make it look Christmassy. Christmas isn't going to be something that I want to think about massively in January when I'm eating my body weight in pigs in blankets. So things like gingerbread and reindeers and all that kind of stuff, I had to kind of steer clear of a little bit, but I think I kind of found the balance in the end. So normally in my spreads I would now go on to my monthly layout, get a little bit organised with my work deadlines and stuff, but I decided I wanted something a little bit different this time. I decided to go for something a little bit more personal this time, which I've never done before. This is going to be my memories page in my bullet journal this year, and every single month I'm going to choose my favourite little handful of Instax photos, which I've grabbed just here, and then I'm hoping by the end of 2019 my bullet journal will be a nice little, almost like a scrapbook of some of my favourite moments of the year. I know, pretty cute, right? My Instax camera, which I've artfully arranged in the background here, and I want to do these pictures justice because they really mean a lot to me. So in my head, this looked slightly different than it turned out on the paper, but that's often the best part of making a bullet journal, is that you come up with some crazy idea in your head and you try and put it onto paper and it turns out so far away from what you originally had in mind. So these are some of my favourite Instax pictures that I have ever taken. They're so special to me. If I know that I've really got like a fun night out planned, or a great evening with my friends, or you know, just something really special that you know you're going to be making memories. I took this little snap of my friends when we made our little Friendmas Christmas dinner together recently, and everybody just looks so happy, because you might notice that my friend Hannah on the right didn't have her hat on properly, so it's literally just floating on her head, and we all laughed about that after we'd taken this photo for maybe like 40 minutes solid. And seeing as we all spend so much time faffing around with different shots and different angles and editing it with different filters when you're just taking pictures on your phone, and you waste so much time doing that, that a lot of the time photography loses its magic a bit. So I thought these would basically be the perfect addition to my bullet journal. I think the whole sort of like retro feel goes really well with the handmade vibe, and then this time next year I think I'll have something pretty amazing to look back on, and I'm super excited about it. I will draw over them with the little peg design just to make it look a little bit more cartoony, and then I'm looking forward to adding some little captions. Okay, so probably slightly less fun and adorable, but very important and kind of the whole point of a bullet journal, I guess. Time to start getting vaguely organised. I thought I'd try something a little bit different rather than my usual just plain sort of boxy little grid. And I've done it as these little separate boxes this time, which was quite time consuming, not gonna lie. It took me a lot of attempts with my pencil and rubber to figure out how to lay this out properly. A prime example of me confessing that I'm definitely not a great bullet journaler. I actually forgot to write the days of the week on this, but I'm hoping that my brain can just remember that we start with Monday and end with Sunday. And I will just be using this page to fill in the things that I have coming up, basically. So things like birthdays, socialising, any days that I'm working in an office or I have meetings, or anything that I remotely need to remember to go to. And after I'd done all these snowflakes to kind of decorate the page a bit, I thought it looked like it needed some words. So I just added in some cute little phrases, basically. So I then decided to do something quite similar for anything work related, which is the next page. So this is then my work grid. So these little words here, this one just says work, and then at the top it says and more work, because that is how I feel sometimes, because I just take on too many deadlines. And this is pretty much just the simplified version of the last page. I did actually remember to write the days of the week on this one though. Things are looking up. And then we've got some little doodles here just to fill in the gaps. So a little hot water bottle, a little winter's bird. I don't know who this winter's bird is, but here he is. And then some ice skates. Fun fact, I freaking hate ice skating, but I thought they made a cute doodle. I decided to go back to using a mood tracker. I kind of lost interest in using these because I didn't have a good enough memory to remember to fill them in every day, and then they kind of lose the point of them really. But it's something that I want to get better at tracking because my moods can be a little bit all over the place. I've seen stuff similar to this all over Pinterest and have my eye on it for a while, so I'm glad that I finally have a spread that matches a scarf. So there is one for each day of the month, and you colour this in according to this little key here, depending on how you've been feeling that day. And then the idea is at the end of the month, you can look back at your mood tracker, you can see where your bad moods were, where your good moods were, where your like empty feelings of nothingness, a deep dark abyss moods were, and probably see that they're entirely linked to your period and that being a girl is really difficult. Next is a couple more little practical pages which I like to keep on top of. Probably wouldn't be all that useful for a lot of people, but I like to have a post page because Obviously I've started doing like fashion videos and stuff like that, and that requires ordering in a lot of clothes, so it's really useful for me to be able to see whether everything I'm expecting has arrived. So literally all I will do is write like ASOS order jeans in this little gap, and then when it arrives I will tick it off. I'm a total and complete scatterbrain, which is why I basically rely on bullet journals to sort my life out, and therefore I need a space to jot down my innermost thoughts and feelings that I need to make sure that I don't forget. So this is the space for that. And I've drawn a really crude, terrible fireplace. Spotted a doodle on Pinterest that I really liked for this one. Theirs looked adorable. Mine is super wonky. Didn't exactly turn out how I had in mind, but that's alright. And that is actually the last feature page for this spread. So the only other thing I have to show you is my first weekly spread. In previous years when I've done bullet journals, I have done all my weekly spreads in one go, tried to make every single one totally unique and individual to the last. But this year I decided to calm down and not do that anymore. So I'm gonna do my weekly spreads week by week, see how I go, and that way I can sort of mix and match a little bit, see what works, see what doesn't. This little box here will be where I mark down any events or social plans or places that I have to be, and then each day of the week has its own little section here for pretty much a mini to-do list for me to work through. I added this cute little doodle in the corner which says keep trying. If you can't tell, I'm predicting that January is going to be full of the blues, just to match my theme. So I filled it with as many inspirational messages as possible to preempt my disastrous moods. And then the last little detail, which I thought would be good, is to just use this box as almost like a list of top priorities. When I make a to-do list, I tend to add every single tiny task that you can possibly imagine to make myself feel like I'm more productive than I actually am. So this will be the all-powerful box that will tell me what I actually need to make sure is done as a priority. So I think this will actually be a really useful feature. So that is my January bullet journal for 2019. I'm super excited to be back into all this. I'm really looking forward to living my life through a bullet journal once again, basically. So that is January. I hope you guys have the most amazing month. Let's absolutely smash it, or just take it easy and look after yourself, most importantly. Make sure you're nice and cozy, eat loads of great delicious food, spend time with nice people, and be happy. Also, don't stress about resolutions, they're a load of rubbish anyway. So that's my first 2019 bullet journal spread. Hope you like it. If you don't, that's really awkward. And hopefully getting slightly organised for the next year. I mean, I can't be more disorganised than I have been through 2018, so I really want to hear what you guys think. As always, that's the only reason I make these videos. I just want to have a chat with you in the comments, really. Let me know what your favourite page was, let me know what your bullet journal theme is for this month, and most importantly, let me know if one of your New Year's resolutions is to start a bullet journal. You're off to a good start by watching this video, so well done. If you're interested in finding out more about the Instax Mini 9, I am going to leave everything you need to know in the description box down below. All of the right social handles will be down there, and there will be a link that you can click for you to find out more. Say cheese! Woohoo! Ta-da! Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please do give it a little thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you are new. I promise the bullet journals will be a regular thing this year. Don't forget you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both at Lucy Jane Wood, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Goodbye. Why did I do a salute? I never do a salute. Kiss. That's better. Bye.